Hey guys, today I would like to talk about card spread. And what is a card spread is basically just spread the cards on the table. And to be honest, this is what really brought me into magic. Like the first time that I saw a magician perform a magic, when I saw he did a card spread, that is when I really fell in love with magic. That I became fascinated with magic, because it looks just fantastic when you could be able to spread the cards and like go throughout the table. It looks totally just fine. So today I'm gonna teach you how to do the card spread, and along with some tricks that you could be able to do. Okay, so when doing a card spread, you basically just let a spectator select a card, and there's a lot of things that you could be able to do with the card spread. Some card forces you can utilize in card spread, but we'll get into that later on. Later I'll make a video about that. But card spread, to me, in my opinion, the thing that matters the most when doing a card spread is the quality of the cards. If you happen to get a deck of cards that you grab from the convenience store, a deck of cards that is like 50 cents or $1 or $2, that kind of quality wouldn't let you have the chance of doing a card spread, because they aren't slippery enough to do the card spread. So yeah, to me, the thing that matters the most when doing a card spread is the quality of the cards. Okay, so if you could get a deck of bicycle cards, then you could be able to do the card spread basically. And you don't. Oh, one more tip: if you use a deck of cards for a really long time, the quality is gonna reduce for sure. So it's gonna make it less slippery, which kind of would make it harder for you to do a card spread. So one tip, if you want to kind of make your deck live longer, is to have a couple of decks in at once. Like, you don't just use only one deck of cards every single day. You practice with this deck like 2 or 3 hours a day. That deck isn't gonna last long. Okay, so now let's get into the card spread. The card spread is basically you just spread the deck on the table. So there's a lot of way of doing this. My way of doing this is, we've talked about the grip. You just grip it like this. But when you spread through, I'm gonna put your index finger right on the long side of the deck. Okay, so you don't press it too hard. You shouldn't press it too hard onto the cards, or it's gonna create too much friction. So it's gonna fail. You just gently put your fingers on top, okay, on this angle, and you're basically just gliding your fingers through the deck like this. Okay, so you can get it if you just practice. It doesn't really need too much time to practice. Okay, and another way that I like to do is like this. I basically just hold the deck in the position where I could be able to do the Hindu shuffle, which we've talked about in the shuffling tutorial video, okay? And now, we'll basically hold it like this in the Hindu shuffle position, okay? And this time, instead of your index finger, the fingers that are spreading the cards are your middle finger and your ring finger. So you spread the cards with your ring finger and middle finger, okay? And now let's get into some tricks. If you could spread a card freely like this, you could be able to do the trick that I've just done, is to turn the whole deck over like this, okay? If you want to do a trick, you just need to spread the cards evenly. If you have a gap like this, it wouldn't succeed, okay? It's gonna break right in the gap. So you need to have have these gaps more evenly, okay? And now you just basically, another thing is that you need a surface with friction, like I'm using a car mat, okay? So this is one of the important things. When you spread through the cards, basically you just put your fingers underneath the bottom card and lift it, okay? You just turn it over, and it's gonna take the rest of the deck with it, okay? And you might as well just do it backwards a lot of times. And if you want to make it even more interesting, you can take a card. You can take two cards, kind of spread it. You can control the turning with a card, okay? And when you take two cards, you can kind of separate it. You can put it back and then finish it up. So how to do that is basically, you can try it with your hands first. You can do it with your fingers first, like guiding the turning motion, and then you can put your both fingers on top of the tip, and basically just move your fingers towards two different directions, like one moving to the top of the deck, one moving to the bottom, and then you can separate the turning motion into two turning motions, okay? So basically this is how you do it. Okay, thanks for watching. If you like my content tutorials, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Thank you guys for watching.